if so, this is the whole idea of God breathing into the body. Like he fashioned the human being, and he put breath into the body. The breath is that subjective piece. That's the Holy Spirit. That's the inner soul. That's the inner world. That's the soul. That's the soul seat. This is Tiamat. I mean, this is Tiferet within your body. You see what I'm saying? This is the part that connects you to the subjective reality, and in general, because your body, your mind, your like you said earlier, the mind, the heart, the body is the processor for the subjective frequency. It it rationalizes it for a way in a way for us to channel it. And so the idea is when you die, that subjective frequency returns to its source to deliver that information that you got from this subjective experience.
Everything but that last part. I think I followed you. I followed you. So like I don't know if you would call that reincarnation. Um,
Basically,
okay,
you return to that same energy and then it's fragmented back into a different suit.
I'm
And you could
gonna
argue that there's a layer there that flips them before it goes back to if it doesn't get a certain amount. If it's not a full experience and it's put back into the system, that would be the reincarnation loop. Oh, you didn't accrue enough karma or dharma or whatever. I believe there's like a credit system, and that you have to pass the credit score test to go back.
I okay.
You haven't learned enough.
I'm gonna separate off reincarnation because I'm just not
That's a whole other ball game.
familiar enough with the metaphysics of reincarnation. I can't speak on that too much. Uh, but one of the things I think you alluded to before that, so you said so God, mother, world, or God, mother,
Creation.
children.
Well, God, well, technically it would be God, mother, form, and so form would be the masculine. So the mother is considered the feminine, the spirit, the mind, the soul, and then the masculine is considered the father, the body, the structure we live in. That's the same thing. What I say, like the mother planet, and then the masculine world that we live in. This is the same structure that plays out that way as well.
You
So
see,
the planet is considered feminine, and then the world we live in, the patriarchy, is considered masculine.
you see.
And
So let me throw logos in there though too. Because my understanding is that one way to think of logos from the Judeo-Christian standpoint is as the creative word, the thing, the creative force that gives form. And I'm trying to tie that in there because
that would be the that would so like okay, so you look at the tree of life, right? It's a triangle at the top. The logos would be the strip between the mother and the father. It would be the energy that creates the form.
okay, okay, I think I'm fine with that. Now I want to add back in the idea that humans are made in the image of God, though. You know, so I understand that you can have the mother and the father there, the masculine and the feminine. Then you added, logos in between. But I guess I'm trying to maybe put forward the idea that in human beings there's this divinity, I guess, that transcends the subject object dichotomy, and it's represented in Genesis by saying that we are made in the image of God, and God being the source of, let's say, subject and object.
Okay, so let's put it this way. So the objective reality would be your physical reality, right?
Sure.
The subjective reality would be your mindset about that reality. That would be the mind. So there has to be a third element here. So the way that you're made in God is you have the outside, which is the masculine. You have the internal, which is the feminine, and then you have a soul, or the thing that's sending the signal to the body. That's you see what I'm saying. So the idea here is that the body, the subjective reality as we understand it, is the interpretation of this energy. So there's a spot when you're inside of your physicality where this energy comes in, which is the source of it, the uninterpreted. This is what we consider the heart. This is why the heart and the mind are separated in metaphysical practices, because technically the heart has brain neurons in it too, and the heart's brain neurons pick up faster than what the brain neurons pick up in the physicality. So what we're saying here is that the heart, going by your heart, this is why we talk about always judging things by your heart, not your mind. Your heart picks up the signal first and has an uninterpreted version of this signal. That's the third piece. So you have the outside, you have the outside, the mind. So you have the body, the mind, and the heart. This is the way it's perceived. So the body is the outternal, the external, the objective reality. The subjective would be the mind, the internal, and then the spiritual or the third element that we ignore would be the heart or the soul signal that comes in and has all of this. This is why Tiferet, when you put this tree of life over the body, is positioned at the heart. And so this is how that all unpacks. The problem is that we ignore the spiritual element, so we can't have a definition for it.
Yeah,